should start to come up. So 24,420 on the Nifty is what you have. The Nifty Bank is up about 1/3%, 54,799. You've got the mid-cap index up about 0.5%. The small-cap index, I think, is also starting in the green. So this is a decent start, all in the green, mostly in the green. And market breadth is 4:1 in favor of advances. The Nifty heat map will give you a quick sense of how we likely to starting at least on the Nifty, a quick snapshot view, and then we'll get down to individual names. And I think Tata Motors is still right on the top as far as the Nifty gainers are concerned.
Absolutely, it is 3%. I mean, any sign of a thaw, UK-US trade deal, all those drags that they're exporting to the US, I mean, that hope is that, that will really benefit the company as well. So that's the top gainer. Coal India is up about 2% after numbers. The banks are doing quite okay. Actually, the banks are leading from the front this morning once again. Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, State Bank of India, banks and financials actually throw in something like a Bajaj Finance as well. So these are some of the stocks on the upside. The problem, however, is that beyond these financial names, nothing else in the market is really working. On the downside, you have Dr. Reddy's losing about 1%. There's ITC, Maruti, Eternal. So consumption plays, whether it's FMCG or discretionary. Lever is down about 0.5% as well. ONGC, Hindalco, TCS. There's no other leadership. So stocks are not falling too much, but then they're not rising also. There's hardly any leadership beyond some of the top banking names, which includes the likes of ICICI Bank as well. They're closer to the flat line, Jio Financial Services. Those are the kind of names. So Tata Motors and financials, that's pretty much it on the green side for now.
Well, that's right. Let's pull up a few stocks, though, from the frontline names. Voltas actually has opened up. The numbers looked a little bit soft, but I think the street liked the fact that the UCP saw strong performance, 18% growth, margins up close to around 90 basis points. So that explains why that name has opened gap up. The two big winners from the broader markets. We had pointed this out earlier that Symphony could be the stock to watch because those numbers were much better than what the street was working with. There was a 20% beat in comparison to what consensus was working with. The operating performance as well was good. And the stock from the peak actually is down more than 30%, even after this big bump up. So it'll give you incremental reason why, in fact, the stock could bounce back. Now, sustaining this start is going to be important. So Symphony is the stock we're talking about. Niva Bupa as well, they have been growing at a fairly decent rate. So I think the street likes that, and even the EOM has cooled off a little bit with the street likes. So that stock as well is up close to around 9%. Sonata Software, another one that's doing quite well. That stock, in fact, has opened up with good gains in today's trading session. Numbers fairly good out there. What's not doing well? CCL Products. After a big run that we've seen, it's cooling off a little bit. Remember, this week it's up close to 25%. It's down 3.5% or thereabouts. Dabur, the numbers are expected to be weak. They were weak. Hopefully things recover, but for the time being, the street is taking note of the past quarter's numbers. KFin, tech out there, we're expecting a large trade. I think that's taken place. So that's the reason why that stock, in fact, is more or less flattish. It started off actually with a cut of around 3% or thereabouts, but that one is bouncing back as we speak. Keep an eye out on the India VIX. In the last 7 trading sessions, the Nifty hasn't moved much, but the VIX on a low base actually has moved up by close to around 8 to around 9%. For the time being, it's cooling off. That's the fear index. You need to keep an eye out on that one as well. So a flat start. Broader markets, you have the breadth of the market still in favor of the number of stocks advancing. The Nifty Bank doing a relative outperformance today.
Absolutely. The Nifty, by the way, is down a little bit, 10 points lower. So neither here nor there, but 50 off the highs of the day, highs of the morning, highs of the last few minutes, actually. We've got, 3 stocks advancing to 1 stock, which is down. Samir